Language war is definitely escalating, and this time it's not just about three-language policy or Hindi imposition debate, but among the leaders in Tamil Nadu. Mantri PTR says will not accept three-language push. Annamalai, who's the TN BJP chief, says what languages did PTR's children study, if not the three languages? PTR reporting that my sons study two languages. Basically, Annamalai is saying, why are you making everyone hate the three-language issue or the Hindi issue? And now, what languages did your children study? He said, my children or my sons study only two languages. And when, remember, the issue of two languages comes in Tamil Nadu, it basically means English language and the Tamil language. But Annamalai is saying, what is the problem with the national education policy if there are three languages? Dharmendra Pradhan says it is not about Hindi imposition. Dravida Munnetra Karagam says this is to ensure that the Tamil language, its history, culture is put down and Hindi is imposed. Let's listen into both Annamalai and PTR.
பையன் இதெல்லாம் படிக்கிறாரு. PTR உடைய பையன் அமெரிக்கன் பையன் இருக்காரு. நான் PTR இருக்கு. அண்ணன் PTR அவருடைய பையன் எங்க படிக்கிறாரு? கொஞ்சம் சொல்லணுமே அண்ணே. சும்மா போய் நான் டிவியில போய் பேசுவேன், நான் வந்து வாய் திறந்து பேசுவேன், மதுரை பத்திரிகையாளர் சந்திப்புல போய், ஏன்னா அறிவுள்ளவர்களான்னு ஒரு வார்த்தையை கேட்டிருக்காரு. ஒரு அமைச்சர் வந்து அறிவுள்ளவர்கள் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள மாட்டார்கள் சொன்ன பிறகு அந்த அமைச்சர்கிட்ட திரும்ப நான் கேட்கிறேன், உங்களுடைய மகன் இந்திய குடிமகனா? முதல் கேள்வி. அமெரிக்க குடிமகனா? இரண்டாவது கேள்வி. இந்த ரெண்டு கேள்விக்கு பதில் சொல்லிட்டு, உங்கள் மகன் எந்த பள்ளியில படிக்கிறான்? அப்ப உங்க மகன் 3 மொழி சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கக்கூடிய பள்ளியில படிக்கிறானா? உங்களுக்கு அறிவில்லைன்னு தானே அர்த்தம்.
அவங்களால எதிர்க்க முடியாதனால் புரளி ஒன்றொன்னா கிளப்புறாங்க. முதல் புரளி, அமைச்சர் பசங்க எங்கே படிக்கிறாங்க, அமைச்சர் பேரங்க எங்கே படிக்கிறாங்க, எங்க 34 பேரோட பசங்க எங்கே படிக்கிறாங்கன்றது முக்கியமில்லை. 8 கோடி மக்களுக்கு என்ன கல்வி திட்டம் என்றதுதான் முக்கியம். ஆனாலும் நான் ஒரு உண்மையை இங்கே சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். ஏதோ ஒரு கட்சி தலைவர் இன்னைக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு பேட்டியில் சொல்லியிருக்கார், அமைச்சர் PTRோடைய பசங்க எத்தனை மொழி படித்தார்கள் என்று சொல்லட்டும். நான் தெளிவாக விளக்கம் இன்றைக்கு சொல்கிறேன். எனக்கு இருக்குது 2 புதல்வர்கள். என் 2 பசங்களும் LKGலேருந்து ஸ்கூல் முடிக்கிற வரைக்கும் இரட்டை மொழி கொள்கையில் தான் படித்தார்கள்.
India Today's Pramod Madhav joins me on the latest on this. Pramod, good morning. Tell me about this three-language war where Periyar has been brought in, children of Netas have been brought in. I'm curious why Annamalai is asking PTR, how many languages did your child study?
Well, good morning, Pooja. Unfortunately, it looks like this language war is becoming quite personal now because, just like you mentioned, instead of discussing about how two-language policy and three-language policy are probably essential or what should be done with it, now we are talking about various other situations. And what happened is that PTR Thiagarajan, the minister from DMK, actually questioned. He actually said that he kind of criticized the union government, saying that the union government is not even able to implement one language policy in many states, and now they want to tell us what we should do. And he says that it is equal to somebody who's only studying LKG is trying to teach somebody who's trying for a doctorate. And this is why he said, don't with anybody with sense will accept something like this. Forget self-respect, with anybody will accept something like this. So this is only Annamalai went ahead and questioned, why does PTR's son study, what language policy did they study for, and for which PTR has now replied claiming that both his sons, Palani and Vale, studied in two-language policy from LKG until they finished schooling, Pooja. For this, Annamalai has also retaliated, stating that yes, PTR's son studied in two language, but Annamalai claims it was English and French. So unfortunately, instead of discussing about two-language and three-language policy, it is becoming extremely personal now, Pooja.
Very interesting. Keep tracking all the latest on this, Pramod, because remember, it's eventually about an education policy for the school system that needs to be implemented. At the earliest, Tamil Nadu has said no. Centre has said you will have to implement it because all other states are doing so. But here's how it's taken another turn. Periyar is known as the architect of Dravidian politics and specifically sensitive when it comes to Tamil Nadu discourse. But there's been a clash over this now, and this is connected to the education policy three-language controversy. This is when, slamming the DMK, Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that DMK garlands a man, worships him, nobody's allowed to criticize him, referring to Periyar. But he's the same man who said Tamil language cannot even help beggars get alms. That he's the one who actually criticized Tamil language and its people. Now, of course, the DMK jumping in to defend Periyar, claiming that Periyar's words were different from what the minister is saying here. But actor-turned-Neta TVK chief Vijay is defending the Dravidian politics icon, accusing BJP of using Periyar to divert criticism from the real issue. So, Nirmala Sitharaman said this, which led to a war of words among the leaders in Tamil Nadu.
Sir, for just saying your protests are uncivil, they made the education minister to withdraw their statement, his statement. When a man repeatedly says Tamil is a barbaric language, Katumirandi Bhashai, look at the hypocrisy. They keep his photo in every room. I'm sure even in the parliament office of that party, his photo is there. They garland him and they worship him and they say he is the icon of Dravidian movement. But he said Tamil is Katamarandi Brashe. So, sir, I am saying unbelievable that this person is worshipped. But our poor Dharmendra Pradhan just said don't do uncivil protest. He is being accused. And if their love for Tamil is so much, how can they worship somebody who said Tamil is a Katamarandi Bhasha?